Alright guys, I'm back with another video. We have already built the show contacts and the add contact, and now we're going to do this last one here. The last one says remove a contact. Alright, let's get started on this. Okay, so in order to remove a contact, you're going to need to see who's already on your contacts list in order to pick one that you no longer want on there, that one that you can remove, right? So you need to first know who's on there. So we're going to need to display who is in our contact list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically replicate this top part here. So let's grab that, and I'm going to say copy, and then I'm going to paste. Okay, now there is a slight change that I'm going to make here. So we've got the path to the file, we read the file, perfect. Then how we read it right now is we're reading it in one big chunk. We don't want to read it into one big chunk. This time we want to use what our notes said, and we're going to read the lines. We want to read all of the lines one at a time, and it's going to return it to us as a list of strings. So let's give this one a shot. We're going to do the read lines, and this time we're going to store it into file info. So I'm going to come right there, file info, and it's going to read all of them as a line, or read them one at a time. It's going to return it as a list. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. What I'll do is, there we go. Let's see what that looks like. So that's going to be option 3. So we have option 3. And there we go. So we have John Smith, Carrie Underwood, Adam Ryscum, and so on and so forth. We've got each one of those people. Now, we want to give them an ability to choose which one of these that they want to get rid of. So we're going to want to print all of these options out. So I'm going to do that with a for loop, and I want to print them out like we're printing them out right now, but it's horizontal. And if you get a whole bunch of them, it's going to be very confusing. So we also want to give them to them in a fashion that they can actually see it. Okay, so what I'm going to say is I'm going to make a for loop, and I'm going to say for contact in file info. That's that list that we just made right there. So for each one of these contacts in file info, I want to do what? I want to print out the contact. So I'm going to say print contact. Additionally, I want to give them a number so they can choose which one they do not want anymore. So it's going to print the contacts, and I'm gonna need a number to keep track of that. So I'll say let's do a let's call it tracker. Tracker is equal to 0. And what we'll do is we'll print the contact, and we'll print the tracker. Tracker and comma right there. So it's going to give us this and the contact. So it's going to have a number and a contact, and every time it prints one out, we want the tracker to go up by 1. So this will go up by 1. So let's see. This is a loop through the list of file info. Then we want to print contact and index of contact, and then increment the counter. Alright, so I'm no longer going to use this one to print the contacts. I'm going to use this loop right here. This loop is what's going to print them for me. Alright, let's try this. So this tracker just keeps track of our index. Keeps track of our index or location. All right, let's try this again and see what this looks like. Maybe this will help you. Maybe you'll start to see how my brain is working here. Okay, so let's do 3. And we have John Smith, Carrie Underwood, Adam Rice Scum, Sammy Johnson. And you can see next to each one of these, there is a number. All right, perfect. Now let's tell the person to choose which one they don't want anymore. And they can use the number next to it to tell me. Now we just got to give them some instructions. So we're going to say, please, let's do print, please choose a contact to remove, and then please choose a contact to remove using the number next to the contact. Please choose a contact to remove using the number next to the contact. All right, so then we need to give them the chance to input their number. I'm just going to call this contact number here. I could probably just put this inside of my input instead of making 2 print statements. So cut and paste. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we have please choose a contact to remove using the number next to the contact. All right, so now just like we did last time, we're going to give them a second chance. So we'll say check, and we'll say is equal to input. Are you sure you want to remove this contact? I'm going to clear this, so let me grab my clear. So after they answer the question here, we'll clear it. And then we're going to make sure that they're clearing the one that they want to. So to print the one that they chose, we're going to say print, and we're going to come up here to file info, and then whatever number they picked. Oh, yeah, this needs to be a number. So we'll say we'll convert this into an integer, because if we don't convert that into a number, it's going to give us an error. So it says file info, and then we want to know which place. So we'll do square brackets, and they're gonna give us the number of which one it is. And it's going to say, are you sure you want to remove this contact? And then they're going to say either yes or no. So we'll say if check is not equal to yes, then we'll restart. So if it's not equal to yes, we'll go back to remove contact. Otherwise, we're going to remove the contact. All right, we don't have to add that part just yet. Let's go ahead and test what we've got so far to make sure that what we're doing is working and if it's making sense. So let's do stop, clear this, and run. Remove a contact. There's my list of contacts. It says, please choose a contact to remove using the number next to the contact. Okay, that looks good. I think I want to put that down on the line below. I don't know, I'm just weird like that. So I'm going to do colons right here, \n. All right, so, and then I'm going to choose number, let's do 3 because we got 2 of those anyway. All right, so it says, Sammy Johnson, are you sure you want to remove this contact? Oh, I need to put the yes or no in here. So I got to give them that hint. I forgot to do that. So square bracket, y or n, like that. And I'll also do \n. Okay. And I'm going to say, no, I'm not. Okay, so it's going to ask me again. And I'll say Sammy Johnson again. All right, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. All right, enter to continue, back at the deal. All right, we have not yet removed anything from our contact log. Our contact log is still intact, but we know that we have we are selecting the correct person to remove. So now all we need to do is remove that contact number from the list. And I think we do that, if I can remember right, it's something like remove or erase. I'm going to pause it, double check, but I'm pretty sure it's remove. Let me check. Okay, I decided to show you guys what I'm doing. I've already done this, but you know, you don't remember everything every time. So I just Googled remove an item from a list. Okay, so you can pop. So pop will actually remove something at the index. So like wherever it's at. So if you do pop 1 in this instance, it's going to remove the letter B. We need to just pop whichever one that they're choosing. So if they get it, if they say they did it correct, we're going to just pop the contact that they didn't want anymore. So we'll say file underscore info dot pop, and the one that we're popping is this contact number here. So remember, it's only going to pop it if they say yes, if they say this is the correct one. So let's pop it. Let's verify that it worked, that it actually popped it. So we'll say file info. We're going to print this again. Let's print it twice. We'll print it twice so we can see both of them to verify that it's actually doing what we want it to do here. So let's make sure it's doing it. Now we haven't rewritten it to the text document yet, but we're preparing our information to go back to that text document. All right, so if I do remove contact, and I'm going to choose number 4, it's going to say Sammy Hill or Johnson. Yes. Okay, so there it is, 2 lists. So this is before we popped, and this is after. So we had Sammy Johnson twice. Now we only have one Sammy Johnson. We can also, let's do that again. So remove contact. You'll see that it's still there. Let's choose Carrie Underwood this time. So we'll do 1. And yeah, so you can see Carrie Underwood just got removed from the list. Okay, all right, perfect, awesome, good to go. Now, what we need to do is we just need to rewrite everything back to our address book again. So it's going to be exactly like what we did here with add contacts, except for instead of just writing, we're going to write lines. We're going to write multiple lines to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all 3 of these like so. Is that 3 or 4? 4. I'm going to grab all of these again. So let's come down here. So we know this is good. We did the deed here. Let's paste this in. And I'll get rid of this file info. And this is what we're going to write. Now, if you'll look here, each one of these already has a new line on it. So that should be correct. So we can just take this file info and we'll drop it in right here. Like that. And instead of write is for only writing a single line. Write lines is for several, or it can write a whole list to it. All right, so let's see if we got this right. I'm going to move this over here. We don't need to reprint this. Remove contact like that. Let's hope that this does it right the first time so I don't have to redo this video. LOL. Okay, so let's verify what I got here. So this is path to the file. This is opening. Ooh, right there, appending mode. That's not going to work. We need to do write mode. We need to get rid of all of the old stuff. So this is in write mode. Open the file in write mode. This is the more destructive way. So if you mess it up, it's going to remove all your old contacts and cause you some heartache. So you want to always like back up your stuff. I'm not too worried about this list, so we're doing it right here. Okay, and it says write lines. I believe that's correct. Let's go double check this here. So write lines. It says write lines, a method to write a list of strings to a file all at once. All right, enough already. Mr. Eversole, click the button. Okay, fine. All right, so let's go up here to the top. We'll stop this. We'll run this. Let's look at our contact list first. Let's remove Sammy Johnson. Are you sure? Yeah. Continue. We got to give a note there. Let's verify. Sammy Johnson is gone. What? All right, let's go. Let's take a look at this. Address book. Sammy Johnson is no longer there. We have completed our mission. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit because I need to do that to make myself feel good. All right, so I'm going to do, oops, there's that, and I'm going to say we remove somebody from the list. So we'll say print. In order to, I'm just going to say contact removed. Contact was removed. I could say something like you are no longer friends with. I'm going to do it because I can. You are no longer friends with, and let me put that person's name. Okay, so in order to print this person's name, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get their name. What's the best way to get their name? We could just say person is equal to right there. Now this is gonna have the phone number in it, but who cares? You're no longer friends with that person. Let's see. Run. Okay, so let's do remove contact, and I'm no longer friends with Sammy Hill. Alright, sure, yeah. Contact was removed. You are no longer friends with Sammy Hill. Boom. Goodbye, Sammy. I'm also gonna clear. I'm gonna clear that one more time so it looks nice. All right, so pretty much from here. Oh, hopefully that didn't mess anything up. All right, so from here, that's it. Hopefully you guys learned something. I know it's a long process, and there's probably a better way to do it, but I was trying to show you guys how this can be done, and it can be done. You could definitely like write this into different functions, and I don't know, there's probably a better way. So hopefully I got enough, hopefully I got it in a format where you guys can actually understand some of this. It's reloading. This is the basics of how to read and write to a file. You're going to use this over and over again, so I really suggest that you play around with this, make some other examples for yourself, add some more to it, do some other things. This is very useful for saving states of your video games, saving inventory slots, just all kinds of stuff. I mean, countless programs, almost every program needs to write to some type of storage that doesn't get erased, and that's basically what this is. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully I didn't annoy y'all too much with this. I'll see you guys later.